nicht allein, wenn du träumst heute Abend.
Film as dream, film as music. It's an art form transcends borders, and a universal language goes directly to our hearts. From November 15th to 24th, the Festival of German Cinema will hit the big screens of Beijing. With a diverse selection of the latest and greatest from Deutschland's directors, the festival has attracted a sizable following among local film buffs. I am at the opening ceremony of the festival, which takes place at the Broadway Cinematheque MoMA, a trendy landmark in Beijing. Later, we're going to meet three guests: Managing Director of German Films, Director of Goethe-Institute, and Culture Counselor of German Embassy. This year, actor Wang Jingchun is invited as the ambassador of the festival. At the Berlinale this February, he just scooped a Silver Bear Award as Best Actor.
看第一部德国电影是还没有上戏剧学院的时候，是看了施东多夫的《铁皮鼓》。当时是那部片子刚好是获了那年的戛纳的金棕榈。我们那时候看的还是录像带，能够看到这部电影，当时是完全是跟我以前所看的电影不一样，非常的震撼，非常的触动了。我也知道了这个导演导演是怎么样去通过影片去揭露人心的。其实我觉得中德两国应该多进行这样的文化的交流。电影是一个最好的一个媒介。而且我们很多中国电影人也非常喜欢德国电影，德国电影也很喜欢中国电影。那么我觉得，我作为一个从业人员，在我的专业领域，我希望我能做到更多的这样的一个帮助。
What makes this year's festival special?
I think we have a very diverse selection of films, and we have some films from our young cinema generation, like System Crasher, what is one of the most successful films, German films actually this year. Like this one. So I think it's typical for new German cinema. So young, talented directors with powerful stories and with a very special visual approach, I would say. But we have also films which are more mainstream, maybe, like the film of Caroline Link, The Boy Needs Fresh Air, with a lot of humor. You know, the Germans also like humor. They are not so serious. Usually we are supposed to be very serious, but in fact we are not. So it's a very diverse program. And since I'm also a documentary producer, I'm very happy that we are going to present very interesting documentaries as well, like the Bauhaus film, Bauhaus Spirit, or the film of Thomas Heise, Heimat is a space and time.
In recent years, there are more and more foreign films screened in Chinese movie theaters, and we know that you're having a lot of Chinese creative minds also producing many successful pictures, such as The Wandering Earth and哪吒, so on and so forth. So, how would you describe the Chinese cinema landscape in the future?
China has a lot of talent, a lot of talented people. They have a very interesting independent cinema scene, but they also do good commercial films, so it's quite diverse. And actually the good thing is that, for example, if Chinese actors or filmmakers get awards at festivals like at Berlinale or maybe in Cannes, it raises the interest in Chinese cinema in Germany as well. We have a very difficult theatrical market, but a few films are getting released, and the German audience gets to know Chinese cinema, but also Chinese culture. And I think there is a bigger interest now than maybe 10 years ago. At the moment, our animation is doing the best in China because Chinese people love animation. But I hope also some other films will do better. And I also hope that in the future we will have more co-productions. You know, so if a film is co-produced between the two countries, automatically the film goes to both of the markets. So this is also something we are hoping that we will have a co-production agreement, maybe signed next year, and then we will have more projects together.
Goethe-Institute Beijing has been organizing this event for many years. Based upon your knowledge, who are the major audiences of this film festival, and how were those films received in the past?
From my experience, I think there is, especially in the larger cities in China, there's quite a large audience for films that are a little bit out of the box, so that are not blockbusters from Hollywood or that are not like big commercial success films, be them from the United States or also from China, but people that are interested in foreign cultures, European cultures, and these people, I think they use the opportunity of a film festival like the Festival of German Film to get to know these cultures and to listen to stories from these cultures, and also to look at how these films are made aesthetically.
You studied sinology and also Chinese literature, both in Germany and in China. So after all those years of learning and exploring and observation, what do you think can best represent Chinese culture to people around the world?
I think culture is something that is living, that is made by people within a certain context, and that is provoking questions, that is telling stories from different angles, and that is, I think, also what is important for every country, for every culture, that it's conscious of its diversity, and that this diversity can be in some way transferred. Actually, you have to explain some things, you have to explain some social background, some historical background, and then starting from this point, then I think a lot of things can become very interesting. And what I always really love about China is that it's so full of so different stories of amazing people. Some people very simple, living outside on a farm, but still turning into a poet. Or all these stories are there, and they're waiting there to be told and to actually to get in contact with the world. I think all these wonderful things, people and stories that come from China can conquer the world and the hearts of the people outside the world.
Would you like to say something in Chinese to invite people to go to see the films from Germany?
欢迎大家就是来这个第7届德国电影影展以后看看，可以发现非常多非常有趣的故事，而且我可以说今年的选的片子很多非常棒欢迎大家欣赏这一期的电影欢迎大家参加。
好，
谢谢。
How important is cultural exchange in fostering the mutual understanding and also friendship between our two peoples?
Sometimes relations between two countries can get rough. Our task as diplomats, though, is to bring about peace. Peace between two countries, peace in the world, and this needs hard work. This work is done by politicians, by bureaucrats, by civil servants like me. But in the end, it is something that needs to be sustainable, and this sustainability is only reachable if it's also agreed upon by societies. And culture projects, such as the German Film Festival here, is a project that tackles the society, not only by content, but also by the people who are involved, the filmmakers, the civil society, the art critics, and the wider audience. So culture policy is a culture policy for the people and by the people, and we are convinced that this brings about the mutual understanding between China and Germany.
Which aspect of Chinese culture would you like to introduce to your friends in Germany?
Well, I think they don't know much. First of all, about Chinese contemporary art, which is very, lively and energetic here. There's a lot of very progressive art, and I think that should be exposed. That is exposed, but I think there could be more. And secondly, because I'm a singer myself, I think we should focus also on music, and this goes beyond classical music. I think the best ambassador between our two countries is classical music. We will celebrate Beethoven's birthday next year, the 250th birthday. But this is already very, very established as a field of cooperation. I'm quite interested to learn, and I was surprised to learn that there is so much new music that can address younger audiences, that fusions in a way traditional Chinese music from Yunnan with jazz or with blues, and I think this is a wonderful, approach to tackle the audience you want to address, because in the end, liking a country, it goes via the heart, it goes via emotion, and I think music can bring this emotion.